Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're gonna have a Weather Cup Ultra League video. We're gonna have Shadow Abomasnow up on the lead, followed up by Shadow Swampert and Tentacruel on its non-Shadow form of course, and we're gonna have this team going up against every single possible lead that you can get on Ultra League, so you can have a quite understanding, a wide variety of those leads and how to play every single matchup. Most of the times we're gonna save switch on the Tentacruel, and if you do not have double shadow like I have this Swampert and the Abomasnow, just feel free to go ahead and use the regular ones. You're not gonna have that much of a difference on Ultra League. So with that in my trainers, just be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel if you already haven't, and I think that now we are ready to get into those fights. Starting off, we're gonna have Abomasnow facing a Ludicolo. So Ludicolo is a top meta Pokemon for Weather Cup, and no wonders that we're fighting one of those, and we have nothing to worry about here, to be honest. We have to stay in and go with the Energy Ball, do so much damage at them, and perhaps because we're Shadow we could have easily got to that double Weather Ball to finish this Pokemon off, but I decided to go ahead and use my Energy Ball because after that I could have easily farmed down. However, the last second I'm like, why should I spend the shield here? I'm just gonna go with the Weather Ball, finish this Ludicolo, and let's see what I have at the back. And here comes Terrakion. So Terrakion with double kick and Sacred Sword, you're gonna be on a very tough position against this Pokemon, so we have to go ahead and throw the Energy Ball, gonna take the shield, throw Swampert, they bail out to Palkia, and right now we have Tentacruel. So Tentacruel is gonna come really clutch on most matchups on the entire video, not only a safe pick for this cup, but also one of the biggest threats in total to go ahead against the enemy. My opponent here decides to go for the Draco Meteor. That was absolutely amazing, and what a sight to observe. So here comes now the Aqua Tail, gonna block this move, even debuffed. The Palkia does so much damage, and Palkia is one of the top rated Pokemon as well for the meta. Swampert comes in, farms down, and now we are already there on the Earthquake to finish off Terrakion and gonna grab for ourselves a very nice and easy victory. Into the next one now, against the most horrible lead scenario, we have to bring Talonflame into the party. I don't like to switch into Swampert when I face Talonflame because I want to keep Swampert for the end game, because I'm pretty sure they are gonna switch out no matter what if they see my Tentacruel into their Talonflame. So having that in mind, I have to block here. Hopefully it's gonna be the Outrage, which it is by the way, so we have to go now ahead and use the total farm down on this Pokemon. I'm expecting Octazooka, that was too early to fire off an Outrage. Down goes Kingdra, and now we have a double Scald ready to go for that Talonflame matchup. However, they come back not with the Talonflame but with their third Pokemon, which is gonna be the Swampert. Really good call here by them, and now we have to go ahead and use my second Scald. This is gonna debuff this Swampert, the first one actually. The second will not debuff because the debuff is not gonna be 100% accurate, but other than that I'm pretty sure I can take even a whole hit here by this Talonflame. Even the Brave Bird can be taken, so look at that trainers, we can still survive on our Shadow forms. Here comes now the Hydro Cannon, gonna deal lethal damage, so they have to block, and we have one more Hydro Cannon ready to go. I'm expecting a shield at this point, and because they have already used the Brave Bird, I'm pretty sure I can finish them off right on time if they go ahead and overfarm just a little bit. Since we have the shield up, we can also block their move, so look at that trainers, before even registering actually that incinerate damage. So down goes Talonflame, we have access to one more ready to go. This cannot be a Sludge Wave, just an Earthquake, and we're gonna take this victory trainers because we can still hold on to our Shadow defensive typing, the Grass typing resisting that Earthquake. Into the next one now against the Poliwrath up on the lead. Not the best lead ever, but they safe switch into an Aggron, and this is absolutely awesome for my Swampert because right now I have the upper hand here. We can even take one whole move by this Aggron. Here comes the Heavy Slam, and I'm getting kinda greedy here, but in the end it absolutely pays off because down goes down this Pokemon, and we have so much energy to spare on the end game. They have a Blaziken at the back, and this Pokemon is another troublemaker for my Abomasnow. So we have to take note of that. Tentacruel comes in, and I'm just gonna keep my Abomasnow for the Talonflame for the end game. We have Blaziken using that Brave Bird, and they do not have a Talonflame, they have the Poliwrath. My bad, they are trainers. Yeah, I totally misplayed that on my head. So here comes now Poliwrath. We have to block because the Dynamic Punch can absolutely destroy us down. However, it is a Scald, and we're gonna respond with an Energy Ball. Oh my goodness, they took that into their faces, and now we have that Weather Ball ready to go, able to take the shield with a chip move, and we're gonna get hit now by a move. I don't care at all, even a Dynamic Punch, I don't care at all, because Tentacruel can come in, farm down this Poliwrath, and now whatever there is at the back of this Blaziken, of course, can get destroyed by a pure Scald, because Tentacruel is such a clutch Pokemon. Into the next one now, another Poliwrath on the lead, so we have to take note of that. They're gonna bail out of there to their Charmer, and we have a Poison type Pokemon with Poison Jab, able to completely farm down this Alola Ninetales on the Ultra League format, which is gonna be a pretty tanky format overall for the Alola Ninetales. So we're gonna get hit by a super effective Psyshock, still holding on to our moves, and we have so much energy to spare right now. Even if the Poliwrath returns, we still have the double Acid Spray or the Acid Spray and the Scald to do some really nice damage back at them. So here comes now the Scald after the debuff on them, and even resisted does a nice chunk out of them, and also we have debuffed them not only offensively but also defensively, which is absolutely nice. We have to go in now with the Abomasnow. Even the Dynamic Punch now can be taken with ease. Look at that, absolutely awesome. At the back there is gonna be the Talonflame, and we have our Swampert ready to go. So Swampert is gonna be one of the Pokemon that you are gonna need for this cap as a closer, because with at least one shield up, with a pure Earthquake, it can even threat a whole Cradily out of existence, and we're gonna see together that Swampert is gonna be an amazing closer overall, and in this team it can really shine with ease. Even on our Shadow form, we are not gonna be able to finish off with the Hydro Cannon this Talonflame, which is really good for them, and I was not expecting it at all. So here comes now my Hydro Cannon on that Poliwrath. I'm expecting the shield because at this range Swampert can definitely block, but they're getting kinda greedy, and we can still finish them off with a second Hydro Cannon. We still had some HP on our Abomasnow, meaning that we could have easily gotten to that win eventually. So next on trainers against a Cradily. What did we just say? Cradily, which is gonna be the #1 pick from PvP, at least on the rankings. So we're gonna see now the switch out to the Abomasnow. We're gonna have a lot of farm on our Abomasnow, bailing out and banking that energy for the end game. Tentacruel comes in and start doing some solid job. Tentacruel is a straight slayer of those grass types and the Charmers. So we're just gonna take one more move here, no reason at all to block, and after that we're gonna be able to completely farm down. I'm expecting that Cradily to return to farm up some energy here, but let's see how the opponent reacts. Yeah, the Cradily, okay. So we have the Scald ready to go, gonna deal so much damage at the Cradily, and at the same time we're gonna do some nice damage with our Poison Jabs. So we have to go here right now straight for the Weather Ball. They're gonna block the move, and now we're gonna block theirs as well, because this can be easily Stone Edge, and we do not want that. However, it's gonna be just a Grass Knot. They have a Swampert at the back coming in the fight, kinda weird for me, and right now Swampert of our own is gonna respond with a heavy hitting Earthquake. I think we have to block here, if not, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna block, gonna overfarm just a little bit. Earthquake is gonna connect to the opposing side of Swampert, down it goes, and now we just have to use one Hydro Cannon, dealing so much damage to a grass type, and we're gonna take this victory because it is gonna be part rock as well, dealing nice neutral damage at this Pokemon. Into the next one now against an Abomasnow on the lead. The mirror match here goes pretty well for both sides. I'm always trying to go ahead and see who wins the CMP. However, on this matchup I was lagging a little bit, I think, so I could not press my Weather Ball right on time. So here comes now my Weather Ball, able to take out either the shield or a nice chunk out of them. We are already there at the double Weather Ball. We're gonna use the first one. Let's see if they block. Yes, they do, and we can win the CMP because I'm playing with a 15-15-15 Abomasnow, meaning that we're gonna win all those CMPs out there. Also keep in mind that I did not have quite the correct amount of excels at that moment, so that's why I have kinda horrible IVs for my Tentacruel and my Abomasnow. But on the end game, I think that this is gonna help a lot of trainers that do not have enough excels with this line of 3. So Earthquake on the Apollyon gonna deal amazing amount of damage. A whole pond of those penguins is just gonna get out of existence. Antarctica is absolutely failing its penguins with this Earthquake, and we're gonna take these victory trainers because look at that Swampert, absolutely amazing to observe. It is gonna take us out, but we still have Abomasnow ready to go, coming in really clutch. Oh, a Tentacruel, excuse me, coming in really clutch, and we can never tank one whole Earthquake here because we are kinda defensive, and we're gonna take this victory eventually since Abomasnow cannot take the damage from the acid spray at this point, and one more poison jab will be it for the Swampert. Crazy battle there, but we always had it on our bag with ease. Into the next one now against the Ludicolo. I think that was gonna be Razor Leaf, the other time was Bubble, so we're gonna see now the switch to the Abomasnow. I cannot switch out, this is something bad about this team. You cannot switch out right straight ahead. You can always go with your Tentacruel, but I would love to see how this can unfold, and I want to catch one Weather Ball on my Tentacruel on the end game. So I'm just gonna stay in a little bit more, gonna have the upper hand on the energy. Here comes Weather Ball, and we will try to go ahead and snipe one more before the unleash there, since we're having 15 in attack, meaning that we can win all those CMPs. Down goes the Abomasnow, and now we're gonna wait for the next Pokemon, which is gonna be the Poliwrath, and we have an energy ball ready to go. So this is gonna do so much damage to the opponent that they cannot withstand it. Look at that. Here comes now that Ludicolo, and I have kept my Tentacruel for the end game. So against the Razor Leafer, I believe that Tentacruel has definitely the upper hand here, and if they can get to a move, which they do, we have to block here because just a Leaf Storm can be enough to finish us down. However, it is gonna be just an Ice Beam, and at this point I don't care at all since this Poliwrath has nothing to throw at us, everything is resisted, even a Dynamic Punch, so we can take this victory with ease. Into the next one now against the bad lead with the Tentacruel, and we're gonna safe switch to our own Tentacruel, meaning that they have to respond with something good. They do not have a Swampert, but instead a Gyarados. Right now we can debuff this Pokemon, take a move I believe, and absolutely farm them down right after. We have to take the crunch because this can be really tough if they use the crunch, we block and we get debuffed, so we're just gonna try and farm them down. I'm pretty sure this cannot be a crunch, so we can take the Aqua Tail here. Down goes this Gyarados, and we will try to go ahead and do one more debuffing move to the Tentacruel, which is coming back. So here comes the Scald. Are we gonna debuff them? No debuff at all, but we did a nice cheap amount of damage. So we have to go in now with our Swampert, and we totally flipped around that lead bad lead, yeah, flipped around that bad lead, yeah, that is the correct term. So we're gonna see now the Kingdra on our Ice type Pokemon, with the Abomasnow having the upper hand here, able to outspeed for sure this Kingdra. So we're gonna get hit by an outrage, so that's a really huge block. To be honest, for our Abomasnow, we're gonna charge up a little bit more because it takes a while for the Dragon Breath to reach to a move. They're gonna take it, and now they're gonna rely on the Tentacruel to finish us off with 2 shields. We have access to Energy Ball, we're gonna throw it, they're gonna shield, absolutely awesome for them, and now we have to play accordingly. We have to go for the bait and finish off with the Earthquake. Even if they take the Hydro Cannon, we can still go with 2 more Hydro Cannons since we have the upper hand with that energy gain. However, they decide to block the Hydro Cannon, and now we have the Earthquake ready to go, finishing off Tentacruel and granting for our team a very nice victory. Into the next one, finally a good lead against Swampert, which we can stay in for sure. So we're gonna have now this Swampert throw a move here, Hydro Cannon most probably, not gonna be a Sludge Wave or anything. So we have access now to the Energy Ball, able to do so much damage at them that they cannot withstand it. Double super effective to the Swampert, down it goes, and now they have access to their own Abomasnow coming in really clutch, and we have a Weather Ball ready to go. I think we have to let our Pokemon go down here. They're most probably afraid of my Abomasnow, but at this point doesn't make any sense because whatever there is at the back, we still have Tentacruel and Swampert full HP, which means that we can have the upper hand overall. So here comes our Tentacruel, Abomasnow gets out of the way, Gyarados has to go ahead and take all those acid sprays that we're gonna throw at it. However, here you can see that we can still take the win no matter what for the end game. They're just stalling because look at how much damage we can do back at them. I'm just gonna take this move thinking thinking that it's gonna be just an Aqua Tail, however it is gonna be a crunch, and we're also getting debuffed. Look at that though, Abomasnow comes in, look at how little HP they have. I was trying to go here for the move, I'm just gonna press it on the CMP, and I'm expecting a shield, but still not gonna be enough to finish me off with those powder snows, since poison jabs really shred apart the glassy Abomasnow. Into the next one, the final one, trainers against the Poliwrath upon the lead, and we're having Abomasnow right at it. So too many Poliwraths, too many Abomasnows, and you're seeing that the meta is kinda weird at the moment, but pretty restricted till Weather Cup goes out of this Go Battle League rotation. So we're gonna use the Energy Ball, and they make an amazing catch on their own Abomasnow, which is absolutely awesome. And right now I have to go in with my Tentacruel and start farming down some energy. Things aren't looking that well for me right now because that Poliwrath has some energy to spare, and to be honest, I don't feel comfortable using my Tentacruel over here against this Abomasnow because we're getting super low, and I believe that Poliwrath may have the upper hand on the long term of the battle. So we have one acid spray ready to go. We're gonna debuff them on the defensive side, and now we have a Scald able to reach this Poliwrath on the red, meaning that now whatever I decide to do, we're gonna farm it down with our other two Pokemon. So here comes now Swampert, they have a Regirock at the back, and finally things are looking pretty well for us. So we have to go here for the Hydro Cannon, and eventually we're gonna grab for ourselves a very nice victory, trainers. So that's all everyone, thank you for watching, thank you for staying till the end. Be sure to leave a like before you go, subscribe to the channel, and write down in the comments how did you find my team over here. I think it's gonna be pretty meta relevant, and with your help I think we can make this video viral for the Weather Cup Ultra League Go Battle League video. Too many terms there, but who cares? Thank you for watching, trainers, thank you for staying till the end once again, and I hope to see you all into the next one. Take care everyone.